Hello beautiful and welcome back to my channel and welcome to this video. We are going to talk about the new Unearthly palette that is called the Vitality palette. I just got this in the mail today and honestly I'm very excited to play with this one. It is a little bit more on the larger side, but it is so matte heavy and that just has my heart. So we are going to do two looks. I'm going to show you some swatches and we're going to see how I feel about this whole palette. And if you haven't been here before, if this is your first video here, hello, my name is Angie. I'm such a lover of beauty makeup. I love everything beauty makeup related, especially things that are a little bit more colorful and especially indie brands, and we're doing both of it in this video. So if you're interested in that, don't forget to subscribe because I upload 5 videos every week. And if you're thinking, hey Angie, there wasn't 5 videos this week, you didn't have a video yesterday, you're absolutely correct, but I'm gonna have a video on Saturday instead. So there's coming a little video on Saturday. I'm hoping you're interested in that one. This one was sent to me by Unearthly Cosmetics. I am affiliated with the brand. I do have a code with them. My code is Angelica and they did send this to me in PR. But I was actually interested in buying this one myself, but she beat me to it and she sent it to me instead because look at this. It is so bright, it is so colorful, and it is very matte heavy, and I'm excited about that. I really do love the mattes and the shimmers from Unearthly Cosmetics, and I feel like you can make really good fun stuff with this. It is like how I would describe this palette. It is a mix between jewel tones. You have a couple of more like jewel tones, some grungy shades like this one right here, but also some like pastels and the bright matte like white, and then there's pastel. I just feel like it is a rainbow palette with a twist. Is it a rainbow palette? I don't know. There's not a red in here, but I mean, you get where I'm coming from. I'm excited to be trying this one out. Honestly, personally, I prefer something that is a little bit smaller, but at least this one doesn't have a lot of colors that are too similar to each other and also doesn't look very similar to any other palette that the brand has released. So I'm excited. This palette is available right now at Unearthly Cosmetics. It is $50 and you can, like I said, get 10% off if you use my code, or if you use somebody else's code. You don't have to use my code, just use somebody's code and get some money off. I haven't 100% decided what kind of looks I want to do yet. Well, you're seeing the swatches now, but as I'm filming this, I haven't swatched it yet. I kind of wanted to use it first before I swatched it, but it kind of does look like sometimes listen, if you haven't reviewed enough eyeshadows and enough eyeshadow palettes and enough eyeshadow formulas, sometimes you can look at a formula and you can see, like I can see what I expect, and I will say this looks like what I usually expect from Unearthly. So we're gonna see if this is the normal nice formula that I really appreciate, or if this is something else. These pans are a little bit smaller than the bigger pans that she sometimes has. So yeah, I'm excited. Like I said, Unearthly Cosmetics is an indie brand. It is actually based here in Texas, where I am located right now. In the beginning, it was a one-woman show, but I'm fairly sure that her husband is helping her at this point with the company because it has grown a bit. I will leave a link to this palette down below, together with what I have on my face right now. I don't know if I can still find this top. If I can find it, I will link it as well. It is from Jacquemus, but it is last season, so I'm not 100% sure if it's still available. But let's zoom in and let's start. I am excited. Should we do something? I want to mix a bit. I want to use this spirit, this like grungy green, and I kind of want to mix it with like something bright, almost why don't we do a combo, the one that I said? We'll do the jewel tones and the grunges together with the pastels. Let's do that for look number 1. I swatched some of the shimmers to see what I wanted to use, and holy bananas, these are beautiful. This yellow is almost like a purple, like a pink to a lime green, and this is a purple to a green. You can see it there. Can you see a little bit of this one too? And then this beautiful, like almost like a bright mix of a periwinkle and a mint, and then this pink that has like a peachy gold sheen. I did not expect the shimmers to be this pretty. Look at that, with the pink undertone and then the purpley shift. Okay, you have already seen the swatches, but this is the first time I'm seeing them. Oh, and the gold purple duochrome, the peach. Okay, like I said, I'm matte girl. Like listen, if I only get to use matte shadows for the rest of my life, I would be fine. Really, I would be fine. But I did not expect the shimmers to be this pretty, and I don't know why. Because like Unearthly always does really pretty shimmers, but these were such nice sparkly like topper duochrome iridescent, super pretty. Okay, so I'm excited to be using that. I'm excited to be using that once we get to it. I think what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna use these purples in my outer corner and then this one in the inner part. Is that what I'm doing? And then we'll do a matte pastel inner corner. I know, groundbreaking. And maybe, because this one was beautiful with the purple duochrome. You can see the purple there going green, purple. That was pretty. Okay, I'll start with Vigor, which is that dark purple. And I'm just gonna pop that out here. Wait, actually pick some up on my brush as well. I'm just gonna pop that out here. This is actually an Unearthly brush as well. And I'm just gonna do my outer corner in this one. And I'm gonna blend it out with the other two purples that's underneath this one. And we can do like a purple outer corner. Do I want to cut this? I'm not 100% sure. I feel like I need to think. I feel like I need to think what I want to do. I kind of want to do like this and then cut and do like a slanted cut crease. I might do that with the green. Okay, all of a sudden I'm super inspired. Who do I think I am? This is the purple that's called Vibe, and I'm literally just putting that on the edge. And we're just gonna blend a little bit. Maybe I won't use, because there is a pastel purple that's called Elation. Maybe I'll skip that one and just do this right now. And just blend this out with this on the upper side here. And keep it like this, and then we'll go in with the green. I kind of just want to do a little bit of a different look, at least different for me. I mean, I'm not inventing the wheel here. People on Instagram are doing this all the time, but different for me. So this is Spirit, which is that like grungy green that's in the middle. And this is just a very nice detail brush, and I'm just gonna try and see itchy if I can get this and like blend it upwards so that we can have, what am I doing? Famous last words. But like I want it to be sharp here and blended here, and we'll do the duochrome. Maybe actually I will do the pastel purple straight towards the line here, so that we can have it be super sharp and it's gonna be more visible once we get into the whole like duochrome shimmer. So I'm just gonna blend on this same color, the Spirit, and I'm just gonna blend on this and buff it upwards. So I'm first gonna start with the matte purple that's called Elation. And we're gonna see if I can just put that towards, I'm just packing it on and put that towards the edge here. And it doesn't matter if there's a little negative space here, because we are gonna be putting shimmer all over, but I thought that this could help. Maybe I might even try a little bit of the, because I still have those multichrome liners. I might use a little bit of that afterwards just to accentuate even more. I'm just gonna put this on and show you. So I'm gonna use this one that's called Verve, which is that purple to like blue. It looks very dark in the pan, but it was a really nice like duochrome topper kind of a thing. So I'm gonna spray it a little bit so we can be a little precise. Woo! And I'm gonna put that, oh that's so pretty. I'm gonna put that all over here, and I'm literally gonna do a sharp edge up here, and I'm gonna blend it into the purple down here. So sharp upwards, blended downwards. Like this. Just putting a little bit like out over the purple And you can see it's a topper shade because you can still see the purple through. So this is the look right now. I think it looks super cool. I think I'm gonna do the same on the other side, and we'll sharpen this up with a little bit of a line. Just give me a minute. I think what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna do the purple pastel in the inner corner. It's not super pigmented, is it? And I think I'm gonna go over with white to make it even lighter. That's what I do sometimes when I feel like pastel mattes just aren't light enough for my liking. I mean, this is a pastel, but there is a white here that's called Verdant. Verdant. Not 100% sure how you say that. Woo! That is very pigmented though. So I think what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna put that over. Maybe I'll put a little bit more of the purple and just blend, because I want to make sure that it still leans lavender. I just wanted it to be a little bit lighter than the lavender was. Oh, here we go. This is looking absolutely perfection. Absolutely perfection. I'm just blending on the edges a little bit. If you hear my dog sighing in the background, he is being very dramatic over the fact that Kaisa got to go to the vet without him, and now he feels abandoned, and he needs to let us all know how disappointed it is about this. I really like the look the way it is right now, but I think we are gonna pull in some liners. Let me go get the multichrome liners from Unearthly Cosmetics. I haven't been able to try them yet, so I have them right over here. Let's play with them. I did a couple of swatches here on my hand, and I think the one we're gonna use is Treasure. Let's hope that this works out. They look like this. Are you holding your breath? Because same. So I think just like that. Is that the most even thing I've ever done? You know what? It's not bad. Not bad. Not bad. I like it. It's very cool. It's very dramatic. Oh, I love how it lifts. These multichrome liners, like, if I've said this before, and I didn't say it when I was talking about these in my new makeup releases, and someone clocked me for it, so I mean, thank you. If you have multichromes, you can just use a liner brush and put them over a liquid black liner or over glitter glue, and you have a multichrome liner. If you don't own any multichromes, these liners are less expensive than a lot of multichrome singles. If that is what you prefer, that is not even, sweetie. So it all depends on what you like. And I mean, they do work really good and are very opaque. I think I'm gonna do it on the lash line too, and just here. Okay. Wish me luck. Why do I feel like I'm in my villain era with this eye look? I hope you can see that, like, when I do this, you can see here the like bronze, and then it's green over here. Is this the most like precise work you've ever seen in your life? No, but no one's gonna see you this close up. I really do like it. I do feel like I'm in my villain era. I feel like I could be hired at Disneyland to be like Elizabeth or Ursula, or just, I don't know, a waitress at the villain cafe. I love it. That's what I wanted to say. Let me put on some half lashes and we can zoom out, but it's a little bit unique for me, but I really love it. And look at that duochrome. How beautiful it looks on the lid. Oh, I love it. So this is the first look, and yeah, I do feel very cool in this look, and it's a little bit of a different shape for me, but I'm really enjoying, like, I'm looking at it in the viewfinder and I'm enjoying how different it looks, how different of a shape it is compared to what I usually do. So I'm really enjoying this one. I think I'm gonna film another video wearing this look, and then I'll come back and we'll do look number 2. What kind of like do I want to do for that? I'm gonna have to think about that, but this is look number 1. I'm really liking it. You get to see look number 2 right now. Back to do the second look. This is the lip gloss from Unearthly that they released for Valentine. It's called Cupid. I thought we'd do this one because I want to do something like a little bit more berry on the lid, and then maybe like the mints on the lower lash line. We'll see. I usually don't go for pink lip glosses, but I actually really like this one. So what I was thinking is that I want to use some of these berries on the lid and maybe even one of these more pinky or purpley shimmers. And then we'll do maybe even like the cool tone, not even the mints, but like the cool tone greens. I can point this and this, and maybe some of this on the lower lash line. Is that what we're doing? I think I'm going to start with this one that's called Striking. I think this is the darkest color in the palette, and I feel like if I put that first and then go in with Sparkle, which is the dark burgundy on top, I'm going to be able to make that dark burgundy even deeper. We'll see if that is true, but that is, I'm just going to put a little bit of that in the outer corner, and then I'm going to go in with the burgundy on tops. This is just for depth. Now we're gonna do the sparkle shadow basically on top. So I'm gonna make this pole more burgundy. So I'm just basically gonna, did I just say basically twice in a sentence? Grammar please, come and grab me. But it's to make this burgundy look even deeper. Do you see when I put that on top of the blue? I mean, I could have just reached for a black, to be honest, but this is a good tip. If you want to deepen up a color, but you don't really have a deeper version of that color, just use another deep color and then cover it with the color that you didn't think was deep enough, and it's gonna pull that color. It's a good tip. My husband is cooking me dinner. I'm actually filming this at night. I'm filming this on Wednesday night. It is like 7 o'clock in the evening. I usually do not film during the evenings, but this palette came to me a little later today, and I was like, oh, I really film. So I'm gonna put this up on Thursday, and I'm filming this on Wednesday night. Can I get a thumbs up just for making that happen? And my husband said that he would cook for me, and it smells like garlic, and I think he's making the capers and garlic pasta, which is making me so hungry and so happy. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this one. It's called Gusto. Look at how deep and sexy this is. But I'm gonna use that one to like blend the edges a little bit. I know that this is very deep right now, and I'm going into something that's a little lighter, but I'm gonna see if I can make this happen. I'm just cleaning off this brush a little bit, and then we're gonna go in to that like peach shade, and I think I'm gonna, oh, that's really pretty. I'm gonna put that in the inner part of the crease. Love this combo, by the way, with the peach. Oh, that is so pretty. Okay. And then we are just gonna blend this a little bit, blend this upwards. And I'm also just gonna dust a little bit on the edge here to just buff this edge. Should I add more of that in the inner corner? I kind of like that it's more dark out here. So I think I'm gonna leave it like this, and we'll go in with the, maybe we'll do the shimmer at the end actually. And we'll do the lower lash line first. Maybe I just don't want to do the cool tone greens. Maybe I'll actually start with this one because it is so dark out here, and I'll go this. And I kind of want to play a little bit with this one. We'll add that maybe at the absolute end, depending on how it looks with the shimmer on top. So I'm starting with the darkest green out here, and we're just going to work our way in. This is the middle green. It's called Glee. Can you see anything? Can you see anything? Oh, this is cute. I'm liking that. I'll put a little bit and blend underneath here as well. And then the pastel-y, do we want to call it mint? Let's do that here. Ooh, that's pretty. I mean, this is over a powdered base because obviously I did powder under my eyes. But I still feel like it shows up really good. Maybe I won't do any of the shimmers down here because now I'm really liking how this is looking. That lower lash line is juicy. I think I'm gonna do this one because it is a little purpley, and maybe we'll do some of the blue afterwards. Listen, I have no ideas with this. I just wanted to try a bunch of shades. I'm trying the one that's called Deluxe. Yeah, I think that's gonna be really good on the lid. I'm gonna spray it just to make sure that it goes where I want it to be. So I think I'll put that in the middle. That's such a nice color. I don't know exactly what I want to do, but I really want to use this one that's called Bounce. It's not gonna go with this look. I can already tell you right now, it's not gonna go with this look, but I really wanted to use it because it's so pretty, so we're doing it. Okay, sue me. So we are gonna put that here. Oh, it's such a pretty color. And I'll like blend it up a little bit in a diagonal here. Oh, it's not that bad. It actually kind of goes. I mean, don't look too closely. I don't know if this green is gonna work, but this is the cream gel liner in a glow. I don't know what collection this is from, but it's from Colourpop. So I'm putting this, I think, in my waterline. Okay, so this is a shimmery one, and these usually do not work very good in the waterline. So I'm gonna take a small brush, and I'm gonna take Vibrancy, which is that pastel color that we have here. And I'm literally gonna go over with this color. Apparently food is done as well, so I better hurry. So it's looking a little bit more like the color. I think I'm gonna use the white for my inner corner. I know, groundbreaking. But I think that's gonna be the finished look. I'm gonna blend this white out a little bit, but yeah, I think that this is the finished look. It's very dramatic and very fun. I'm liking these cool tone greens on the lower lash line. Let me put on some lashes and we can see the final look, okay? Okay, hair is a mess, but at least the makeup is looking fire. I'm really liking the greens on the lower lash line, and I'm looking forward to doing something with those cool tone greens again, because I'm really liking how that is looking, and I love how good these two went on each other. And you could see how good they built on each other as well. I used quite a lot of shadows in these looks, and I will say, really enjoy this palette. I feel like these mattes are pigmented, but not that pigment where they're like 100% opaque at the get-go. Some of these are a little bit more buildable. Some of them are straight up pigment, and some of them are a little bit more buildable. I know a couple of you prefer when they're a little bit more buildable. Personally, I love when they're like straight up pigment, like this white one. I love it, like bam, pigment. But I also don't dislike a formula that's more buildable, because I know that makes it a little bit more flexible, and a lot of you prefer a formula like that because it's a little bit more, maybe, I don't want to say user friendly, but you know where I'm getting from. I had no problems building any of them up though. I mean, you can see how they look on my eyes, and the shimmers is that kind of shimmer formula that I prefer, which is the shimmer formula that feels a little more thin, and it is more like a sparkly, not topper. You can definitely build it up and make it opaque, but if you just do a sheer layer, you will be able to see the mattes underneath, more like a topper, more like a flexible topper. That's a very sparkly. Some of these are duochromes. I like that because I like the dimension it gives when sometimes the mattes are peeking through underneath. And I also like these formulas that doesn't feel like that super thick, creamy formula, because those can sometimes very much emphasize your texture on your lids. And I'm 38, I don't need to be accentuating any of that texture. I'm doing it fine on my own. So all in all, I really like the palette. I really like the looks that I did. And if you are looking for a bright, fun, bigger palette with lots of options, maybe this one could be for you. Had I not had a YouTube channel, would I have needed another palette like this in my collection? Not really, but I'm not sad that I have it now that I have it. And I am excited for Unearthly to be coming out with palettes in different formats. I like the front, I like that there are smaller pans. You know I will always prefer smaller pans. And all in all, I think that this was a good palette. Let me know your thoughts down below. I will leave links to everything that I've been talking about today, including the things that I have on my face, in the description box. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you again tomorrow for a new video. Ooh, we're doing new makeup releases tomorrow. Bye!